Welcome to the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove, where the fence world gets real, raw, and unfiltered. Billy's not just an industry leader, he's a hands-on pro who knows what it takes to build quality fences and strong teams. So grab a cold one, settle in, and get ready for straight talk about the trade. Today's show is brought to you by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, J.C. Gury Signs and Decals, and Orlando Hinge Company. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
I don't know what just happened, but I hope everybody can hear me. How's everybody doing on this fabulous Tuesday evening? Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, everybody listening on all of the audio versions. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. And we got a great show lined up for you. I got Jamison Speicher, I think it is, from Titan Post Drivers on the show tonight. We're going to be talking about a little bit about his background. Then we're going to be going into all things Titan, and man, it's going to be a good show. But first and foremost, we do have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors who make this thing happen every single week. First up, we got Mr. Fence Academy. If you're looking to up the level of your fence company, not just the business side, but the installation side as well, go check out www.mrfenceacademy.com. Next up, we got National Metal Industries. If you guys are still looking for privacy slats for chain link, they got chain link materials, vinyl materials, ornamental iron. They also have aluminum handrail box kits, come in white and black, 3 foot tall, 6 and 8 foot wide sections. Go see them over at nmifence.com. Next up, we got J.C. Gury. If you guys are still looking for fence signs or some cool stickers or those cool vinyl, no hole drilled fence signs for vinyl fence, go check out JC Gury. They all come with Mylar lamination. Keep them looking good 10 years down the road. jcgury.com. Last but not least, we have Orlando Hinge Company, aka the Swan Hinge. Man, if y'all are still struggling with all of these uphill swing, like double drives, leaving nasty gaps, ugly cuts, highly recommend swanhinge.com. They work. I've used probably, I don't know, I'm probably up to 20 sets now, 15 for sure. They're awesome. They're an awesome product, awesome people behind them as well. And like I said, swanhinge.com. All right. So, let's see, man, it was super stormy down here in the panhandle of Florida today. It was quite the rainstorm came through, so didn't get much work done today. Last week was a pretty decent week. Got some stuff done. Yeah, man, I went fishing. I did not catch my thumb this week. Caught a couple big bonita, so that was fun. But yeah, man, so I guess we're gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna bring my guest on the screen. He is in the background right now, and we're gonna get on to it. So y'all make sure to drop some comments down below. Let us know you're watching. If you have any questions, I will try my best to get them up on the screen to be answered. And there we go, man.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Oh, not too bad. It's been a little bit of a stressful day, but we adapted and overcame. So
there we go. How bad did I butcher your last name?
Just a little bit, but everybody does, so don't feel bad. It's Speicher.
Speicher. Okay. All right. So I wanted to say that first, but I was like, nah, there's no way it's spelled like that. Well, hell yeah, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, like, and all that.
Yeah. So I'm the regional sales manager for Titan Post Drivers. Been with the company now for a little over 18 months. And grew up in Pennsylvania. Was born here, raised here, and yeah.
What part of Pennsylvania are you from?
South central Pennsylvania. So I live halfway between Pittsburgh and Harrisburg.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you said before we got on the actual show that it was a nice 65 degrees out, wind was blowing, it was a nice day outside.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't windy. It was just this nice, 3 to 5 mile an hour breeze, just enough that, if you were working outside, kept the air moving, kept you cool.
Nice, nice. So
Unfortunately, I was in the office.
oh yeah. So is that what y'all's typical June weather is up there? 65? Like what are we looking like in like July or like August?
We still get like the high 80s, low 90s. July we'll get into that like low 100s range. We don't deal with the humidity like you guys do down in Florida.
Right.
But we get a humid day here and there, and we're thankful we don't live in Florida and have to work in Florida every day.
Yeah, man, it gets hot whenever it's humid. It gets real sticky. So I guess y'all only get like super hot up in the 90s, I guess, like a couple weeks out of the year?
Yeah, probably about 2 weeks out of the year is about the longest we'll go with a super hot stretch. This week is kind of historically lows this week. Normally we're in the high 70s.
Yeah, man, you said it's 65 and I was like, dang, it's mid-June. I was like, ooh, man, that must be nice. Because it was like yesterday, it was hot outside before it rained. It was like, no, like I want to say 89 or 91 or something like that. It was pretty hot yesterday.
Yeah.
So, Jamison, what did life look like for you before getting on with Titan? Like, have you had a background in sales, or was this something like new for you? Or
so I grew up in sales. My dad and my mom were both salespeople in the agricultural field. Actually, I was born in September of 2002, so to date myself, that makes me 23. And January of 2003, I was at my first trade show.
okay.
So I have been to trade shows since 2003, which is, there's probably people in the room that have been going to trade shows a lot longer, but I've been going to trade shows all my life, and always knew I was going to be in sales at some point. And getting into the fence industry there's a long story to it. But
go ahead, man.
Started out of high school. I was given a job opportunity to work for a guy doing commercial construction, and through that job, there was a guy that I had met that started working part time, and he was starting an ag fence company here locally, and one thing led to another, and he was looking for guys, and the guy I was working for in construction was slowing down a little bit, and told me, hey, jump at this opportunity. He can pay you more, and then you'll get more consistent hours. So started working for him, and then it slowly shifted, again back to sales in the kind of the building industry again, and started doing that for a while, and then the opportunity popped up at Titan. Well, it actually didn't pop up at Titan. It popped up at another division that owns Titan in the ag fence world, and then they had too many good candidates, so they recommended me to move over to the Titan division. It was probably the best decision I ever did. I've been loving it so far for the past 18. I think it's been about 18 months.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, with the ag fence company, were you involved in like the installation, or were you just still on the sales side of that?
Almost entirely on the installation side.
Oh, nice.
I would go out and help with, measuring up and stuff like that. But very rarely did I help on the sales side of things. It was mainly the installation side.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. So you've been with Titan now for 18 months, so I guess you are pretty familiar with y'all's story and your like your history, yeah?
Uh, Pretty well. I mean, I wish I knew the full story better. Um, but
How long you guys been around Titan as a company?
from what I understand, and I don't want to speak out of context, but from what I
Right, right.
understand, uh, Titan as its own brand has been out there for about 12 years now.
Okay.
It was under a different brand name at one point in time, and when Titan was bought out, it was changed to Titan Post Drivers. So
Nice, nice. And you guys got a pretty extensive lineup as far as different units, models, even down to how they're powered. You have a couple different options in your tool belt, right?
yeah. Yeah, well, that's what we pride ourselves in, is being able to help not only the general consumer that's putting in a couple posts in their backyard once a month or even once a year, but all the way to your contractors installing thousands of feet of fence a week. Um,
Right.
and we have an electric option. We have multiple gas options. We now have a hydraulic option. We're exploring the air options, and we're looking, at some other options for post driving as well. But yeah,
Hell yeah, man. And so Titan was the first post driver that I bought. Let's see, whatever one that does the Postmasters, PGD 3200X. There's so many different models of that one, right?
XPM. You had the XPM. Yep.
Yeah, XPM. And I tore it up a couple times. Great customer service. The girl who answers the phone in the parts division, she's awesome. She's helped me a couple times. And then I got a couple different brands, and I didn't touch the Titan for a while. And then I tried a Titan, I don't know, probably about a year ago, and I was like, man, I'm impressed. They've done some like pretty good things. And you guys just released a new bigger model for the gas powered drivers, right?
Yeah, that's in our 4000X series. So it's a step up over 3200. We have two different models. One is the barrel design is specifically designed for the DOT, like the roadside sign install facet of driving, I guess.
Right.
And then the other
right.
one is our PFR, our Pro Fencer, which is for the professional fencer that needs that extra power.
Right.
With extra power comes extra weight, unfortunately. But we're seeing about 30% increase in power over the 3200 series, either the X or the XPM.
And now that has the GX50 motor on it?
Yeah. We have also went up to the 2 horsepower GX50.
Okay. So do you know the weight off the top of your head of the 4000 without the extension handles on it?
Bare weight, it's the Pro Fencer is 50.
That's not bad.
Pounds, 52 pounds, maybe.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And that'll do up to what, a 4-inch post?
The Pro Fencer will still do up to a 3-inch post.
Still do up to a 3, so it can't do a 4.
No. We've looked at options to go to 4. It's just when you get into that 4-inch, a lot of the country. Now, granted, Florida has a lot of softer ground that they can get away with. They don't need as much power. But when you get into the Northeast and that Colorado Northwest and even the Southwest, it gets very hard, very rocky. And
right.
We didn't want to sell a product that looked like it could do it and then underperform in the market. So we could potentially put a 4-inch barrel and drive in certain areas, but
you want it to be able to do it pretty much everywhere, though. Like,
yeah,
if you're going to sell it, right? I mean, which makes sense. Which makes sense for a gas-powered driver. Anything over 3 inches, it gets hard. I mean, it's even with the 3-inch post, it's like you can just notice that the like difference of how slow it goes versus the 2 3/8.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense. And have you guys released the hydraulic one yet, or is that still in testing mode?
No, it's available and on the market. It's available. It's ready to go.
Nice. And we just, because I'm actually not really familiar with it at Fence Games. I wanted to stop and look, but I just was so busy that I didn't have a chance to get over there.
I think everybody was busy at Fence Games.
Yeah, super busy, man. I was super busy, like I am at all the events with Sean and with the Academy, which is awesome. But I don't always get the time to like stop and like look at the booths and like look at the new products that are coming out. So kind of not just tell our audience, but like tell me a little bit about the like hydraulic one.
Yeah, so the hydraulic one is very impressive. I was able to 2 weeks ago demo it for one of our dealers in Pennsylvania, actually. And we were driving 2 3/8 schedule 40 pipe through his parking lot. He has tractor and trailers rolling in and out of there, loaded with 80,000 pounds every day, and it sank at 4 feet in less than a minute.
Nice.
Give me 1 second here.
So is it the kind of the same as all the like hydraulics? It's got a power pack on it.
So you can power it with our power pack. We also have an option to go with a flow divider, which allows you to hook it into your mini skid, your regular skid, a tractor, anything that has an auxiliary hydraulic. And the reason you need the flow divider is because of the fact that most of those units have a higher flow rate than what the tool can handle. And so with the flow divider, that allows you to regulate the flow back and not damage your driver.
And you sell, Titan actually sells a divider and everything?
Yeah, we have a flow divider
That's awesome.
ready to go. And it comes with a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch flat face quick coupling. So if you are switching between your mini skid and your regular skid, or you're switching between a mini skid and a mini excavator, we have the fittings ready to go. So you're not waiting. Or you don't have to pick up another set of fittings on the way.
That are like you don't have to source them yourself, because I remember a couple years ago whenever I started seeing people go to the hydraulic and power them with either mini skids or full-size skids. It was always really hard to track down all the parts online. I don't know if I just wasn't searching the right words to like use to like find some of those parts, but it wasn't like readily available. So the fact that you guys are putting all of those flow dividers and everything right on your website, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and we're hoping to get a little bit more advanced with that to help the consumer, hopefully better understand the products and understand what they want and what they need. So.
Hell yeah, man. So you mentioned earlier in the show that you have been at trade shows basically since you've been alive. So I'm going to assume that you're going to be in Vegas this year for the Fence show, yeah?
I was working on booking tickets to fly out today. Didn't get them fully booked yet. Still looking at trying to make the schedule. It's a little bit difficult flying 3 time zones. Trying to make it work with getting home at a decent time and leaving at a decent time. But yes, we'll be in Vegas.
Me, I know.
And excited for Vegas. It's going to be a big show this year, I think.
Yeah.
I've been seeing pop-ups of who all's instructing, and it's very impressive to see everybody that's been popping up, and it's it's not just, it's not just, and nothing against the group that normally do the trainings, but it's not just the same guys.
Right.
There's new faces, and there's new people willing to step up. And I think
See,
I
and that's
even saw
what-
that
Go ahead,
Sean from,
finish.
I think it's Sean from CMM's even teaching a class possibly.
That's awesome, man. Sean is a very bright individual, and he's an awesome dude as well. I mean, the very first time I met him, he opened his entire home up to us. It was he's a pretty awesome guy, man. And they run a really great facility up at CMM, which you saw at at Fence Games. And just all the people there are actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, his whole team, like from the time that I pulled in the driveway to set up my booth to the time that I pulled out the driveway to go home, they were, 100%. Just willing to do whatever needed to be done, willing to help out wherever it was needed. Just super great people. So,
hell yeah. Oh man, where was I going after that one? Yes, but we were talking about all the different instructors, and yeah, dude, I've been loving that, man. I love to see all the different people step up, and it's a refreshing change, and you can see that people have been putting work in behind the scenes to make that possible for it to not just be one or two groups every single year. But yeah. I love that.
And here's the thing: they're bringing back the same guys. You know what I mean? That do the trainings. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're changing anything. They're just adding more to it. And I think that's good for us, the vendors. It's good for the attendees, especially the attendees that are there every year, right?
Right.
When it becomes the same thing, it becomes a little bit boring, and it's you have to make a decision: is it worth going? When there's a lot of new things and new instructors, new companies going to be there, I think it helps with getting, keeping people interested. So, absolutely, man. And the education courses are pretty in depth, man. You get a full. I know it was last year. I haven't had a chance to look at the time slots, but like last year, like you got a full 8 hours on stuff. Yeah.
So, it wasn't just like someone throws together a 2-hour speech real fast and just goes in and does it. Like you got a full 8 hours of solid education, and they had solid instructors last year. And I've just seen the drop, like you said. It's been some pretty cool stuff. But all right, we're going to run to commercial break real fast, and then we're going to get back and we're going to run through some of your different applications for your drivers, i.e. down from like the DIY all the way up to, like we were just talking about, your like Fence Pros. So we'll be back in 3 minutes.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. Gury Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. Gury specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgury.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes Mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgury.com. Struggling with a gate that drags on your sloped yard? Orlando Hinge Company has the solution, the Swan Hinge. Unlike standard hinges, the Swan Hinge lets double drive gates swing open smoothly up inclines, eliminating dragging and binding. Easy to install on vinyl, aluminum, wood, and chain link gates. It's built for durability and made to withstand the elements. And when your customer hears that, yes, their gates can work on a slope, you just made the sale. The Swan Hinge, designed by fencers for fencers. Made in the USA, lifetime warranty. Order today at swanhinge.com or email info@orlandohingecompany.com. The Swan Hinge, because every gate deserves to open smoothly.
All right, guys, we are back. And if you're just joining us, I do have Jamison Speicher on tonight from Titan Post Drivers. And we've just been getting to know Jamison a little bit, talking about some of the new products Titan has been putting out and a couple of like trade show things. And we're going to move on into a couple of their different series. And first, I'm going to run through some of these comments because StreamYard updated and it stops telling me when they get like put in here. So first up, we got Evan Gardner's in the house. He says, "When you taking me fishing, bruh? Whenever you want to come to Pensacola, dog. Was it 4 hours? 4 hours for you? So whenever you come, let's do it on the weekend and we'll go to the pier. We'll go fishing." We got Linear Excellence Fencing in the house. They're giving me the Shaka Bro. Evan Gardner says I've been way off. I think he was talking about the pounds. He said 55. We got JC Gury Signs and Decals in the house. Hey, guys. There we go. Evan says he's excited to use a Titan Post Driver soon. Oh, man. You're going to be using a Titan soon? Hell yeah. I love it. JC Gury says full throttle. See you there. And Evan says see you in the morning. You gonna be in Pensacola in the morning, bro?
Apparently, he wants to go fishing.
I mean, we're not gonna go fishing on the weekdays, but we'll go fishing if you want to if you stay for the weekend. But all right, so I'm gonna try to remember to check the comment box and says stop telling me whenever they get placed, but we're gonna dive right back into it, man. So like I said at the beginning of the show, Titan is one of the really only brands, not only, but one of the very few that offers everything from a DIY all the way up to like a commercial fence contractor. And that's pretty impressive to me. Most your brands only really go up to, or really go down to like really low grade contractor series and stuff. And Titan just does it all.
Yeah, so we have really two series or two lines of product. We have our farm and home series and we have our contractor series.
Yeah.
Our farm and home series is most likely or most typically not warranted for commercial use, and then vice versa. The commercial grade is, of course, warranted for commercial use.
Right.
And it's not that the farm and home series are a bad driver or a lesser of a driver. It's just how we break it up, and it's with the contractor series, you get accessories, you get options, you get extension handles, you get specialty drive caps for round pipe and post. You have that option to get a driver that can drive Postmasters.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess being able to solve like homeowners' problems as well, because I know there's a lot of DIY guys who, watch all these videos and they're on TikTok and they're on, Facebook Reels, and they see people driving posts for their fence. And they're like, I can do that, right? So the fact that you guys make it accessible for the homeowner to do it themselves is pretty cool.
Yeah, and we still get a lot of calls from people that are said, "Hey, I saw this guy building fence on Facebook. What driver should I get to do my backyard?" Our
Right.
customer service team, they handle those calls. They field those calls every day, and so it's nice to have an option that's affordable for them. We actually have had guys that bought one for personal use that got into actually building fence because they saw. I don't want to say how easy it was,
Right.
because it's
Right.
not easy, but they saw that, hey, here's an option to start making money on the side, and before long, now they're doing at least every weekend building fence. I have one guy in Nashville that started out with one of our Farm and Home Series drivers building his backyard fence, and now he's building fence 5 days a week.
Well, hey, I mean, that's how a lot of us get started out here is just doing it on the weekends for a little side job. And, like you said, like we realize how not easy it is.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how a lot of us got started like that. So, man, that's cool that you have got to see some true like homegrown stories as well.
Yeah. Well, and it's we want to deliver a quality product on every level, and I think we're doing a very good job of it. Not only are we delivering a good product, but as everybody knows, I think it's universally known is that gas-powered post drivers are not a 30-year tool.
No,
I don't want to say they're throwaways. They're definitely not, because they do cost a lot of money. But it's not a when they're going to break. It's not an if they're going to break. It's a when they're going to break, and we want to be there down the road when you do start having issues with the best customer service and the best parts.
What I seem to find that the biggest misconception is with these gas powered drivers and people hating on different brands. I think a lot of it is the freaking motors. People have problems with the motors, and something in the motor tears up, and all of a sudden it's I don't like this brand because this happened, and they like explained to me what happened, and I'm like, oh well, that's the Honda motor. That's not your actual driver. Like,
yeah, we have very little to no input on
right
on what Honda does.
Right.
It's unfortunate we don't, because I mean we buy a large volume of Honda motors, especially the GX35s and the specific model that we're buying, and wish
I
we
just
would get to be able to talk to them and say, hey, that we'd like this improved or we'd like that improved, but
right.
Unfortunately we don't.
I mean, at the end of the day, you said it's not a throwaway product, but the motors are absolutely a throwaway product. I've gotten to the point where we found them on Amazon for like $220 delivered in like 2 days, and it's just not even worth going to the parts website that I finally found for parts for a GX35 motor.
Yeah.
They're super cheap, but they take 5 weeks to excuse me, 5 weeks to get here from China or something. But that's what I've seen, kind of just cruising the comment sections of some of the gas driver posts, is a lot of the people commonly have problems with the motors, and then all of the brands get a bad rep. And I'm like, man, these things are they're sitting on top of hammers, right?
Yeah.
They're just getting beat to shit all day long, and it's gonna break. But Titan and Rhino are the two easiest drivers to rebuild, in my opinion. So
I would agree with you.
Easy.
Yeah. Rhino has a great product. I didn't, there's nothing I can, and I won't, they make a great product. And I think it's, choose your poison, who you're going with, and who do you think is going to have a better customer service.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. But, so servicing these things, man, what would you say for like different parts of the country? Like, would you say down south where it gets hot, we should service them more often?
No, not really, because especially like when you get down south into like that Florida, that softer soil, you're not putting as much abuse on them because your posts are driving a lot easier.
Right.
Um, in turn, you are hotter down there, so your machines are getting hotter. So we kind of generalize it to changing O-rings yearly, checking the grease daily,
Right.
and
Right.
it's a pretty easy. The first time is always the hard time, but once you torn apart one time, you know how they go back together every time after that.
Yeah,
Um,
man. And you
and
know
we're
exactly like which Allen head sockets to take out, you know, which like what you need at the same
yeah,
time or like at the same thing.
and we're working on that with our we integrated new parts kits this year, so no more individual parts. Um, so like our O-ring kit comes with every single O-ring in the driver. So whenever you tear it apart to go and work on it, it's there. If you're doing it, if you have to do a hammer anvil swap in it because you put so many posts on it that the hammer and anvil are failing, you know what I mean? It comes with the bolts whenever you take the barrel off. It comes with the O-rings. It comes with every component. If you're doing it repair and it's a replaceable item, it's coming in that kit. And
Right.
part of that is we're also working on videos currently of how to tear that driver down,
There we
how to put it
go.
back, and do the repair, and then put it back together.
There we
We're
go.
hoping to
That's
have
awesome right there.
some nice 5 to 15 minute videos that'll walk you from step 1 to step 15, and you're back into business again.
That's sweet, man. That's sweet. And are you guys gonna put that on YouTube or is that gonna be on like your website?
Oh, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on our website. It's a slow progress. There's a lot goes into shooting a video whenever you're doing small parts.
Yep.
We have a I want to say 2 videos up now, and it's mainly on just checking your grease and maintaining your driver. That are good ones to watch. How to check your grease and what's a good level of grease and what's good grease versus bad grease.
Right. Right.
So,
Well, that's awesome that you guys are putting that like content out there because for the first timers, it is. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I tore one down and it was a Titan, I was a little overwhelmed once I got all the like parts and pieces out, and I was like, man, okay, it's not not that difficult. It's not rocket science, but I gotta put it back together. And let's see. Linear says, just bought a replacement GX35 5 minutes ago, $300. And if it lasts only one season, it's by far one of the smaller expenses of all the equipment we use for the amount of productivity it provides. Absolutely hit the nail on the head right there. And I've heard that you have taken up a hobby, Matt, in rebuilding drivers, and that's cool shit, man. That's really cool. See, we got Kevin Orlando in the house. He says, "Hey guys, what is up, Mr. Kevin? How you doing tonight, buddy?" All right, man. So we are like hitting up. Go ahead.
One thing I was going to say is, if you ever have it torn down and you can't get it back together, call into our customer service. We have Danielle. She's our lead call taker, and she's been with the company pretty much since it began. She originally started by building these drivers and working on these drivers. And then when we moved production from Missouri to Pennsylvania, she went to customer service. I'm assuming she's probably the one you dealt with when you called in with stuff.
Because you said the name and that sounds familiar. It's Danielle, you said?
Yeah, Danielle.
Okay, yep. That's her. She was she was awesome, dude. She knew exactly which freaking nuts and bolts I needed whenever I called that one time, and all I was doing was like explaining where I got them off of the driver. And I was like, I'm putting a lot of faith in this, and I got them in the package, and I was like, man, these are the exact ones down to the washers and everything. Like, that's awesome.
She's really good. Just a short story on her. When I first started with the company, after getting, I crazy story. I started by flying to Vegas for a trade show. That was my first day. But when I got back and got into the office and actually into the flow of things, part of my job was listening into her customer service calls. And I don't know how many times she could diagnose a driver by the sound it made through the phone.
Wow.
There's not a lot of people out there that have a customer service team. And this is, bragging a little bit, but I've never seen it anywhere else. I've never experienced customer service like Danielle offers to the clients. She's very good. I've seen her on calls till 7:00 at night on a holiday before, walking somebody through getting their driver repaired. I can't promise it's going to happen every time,
right?
But if you're her friend, she will take care of you. I promise you that, and she'll get you back in operational.
That's awesome, man. I love to hear that. You know what we did not run through is you guys have a battery powered driver too, don't you?
Yeah, you'd used it down at Fence Games, right?
Oh man, I've used it a lot. I used it at the first CMM open house when is still in prototype phase, and Sean wouldn't let me take a video with it and all that. And then I used it. I've used it a couple places in the country. I like to be honest with you. And then now Josh Clark, our salesman, he has one. So anytime like I'm in a bind or a pinch and a gas driver breaks, I just use that one. But yeah, man, I love that little thing. It's a great
little driver. It's kind of funny because it's in our Farm and Home series, and the only reason that Sean found it was he had a training with a company that does testing for us. No matter what driver we bring to market, it goes out in the field and gets field tested by contractors, whether it's a Farm and Home series or whether it's a contractor series, because we know how tough you guys and how rough you guys are on these things.
Right, right.
So it was just by happen chance that Sean even saw it. You know what I mean? If he wasn't booked to come out and do a training with his company, he would have probably not even known about it. And it probably wouldn't have hit the industry, the commercial industry like it has. But it's been in testing now for 3 years, and it's just impressive. It's not a driver for everyday, all day use, but again, you have a gas driver go down, or you have that small job where you got 5 posts to put in the backyard. I used it on a job with it was actually with Sean doing I-posts or the I-beams. It does amazing with the I-beams.
Love that thing with the I-beams.
And it's so lightweight, it's so compact. It really shined in the aluminum division at Fence Games.
Mm-hmm.
I think I walked down through there. I think 5 out of the 6 teams had at least one, and I know one team strictly drove all their posts with it in the aluminum division.
Yep.
And
do you guys have a chuck for the I-beams yet, so that way you can like turn it or like keep it straight?
Not really. We're working on a drive cap currently that can do that. It'll be available in our contractor series. The only way to guide it is with the 4000 series, because it's the first driver that we have the ability to lock our drive caps in.
Right.
I know with the XPM, and I know you have the XPM, you have to take that drive cap off every post and put on the next post. The new 4000s have bolts that hold that drive cap in. And so the drive cap now stays in the driver.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So
that's cool, man.
That I think that added feature it pays for itself very quickly.
Absolutely does.
So
absolutely does. I can't tell you how many times I've dropped the drive cap on the top of my foot, and it doesn't matter if you're wearing steel toes or not.
Still hurts.
It hurts. It hurts. So that is cool that you can lock it in, man. That's some cool stuff. Titan doing some cool stuff. Let's see. I don't got anything else, man. You got any closing thoughts?
I don't have a lot for closing thoughts, but I did want to say thank you. And after
Absolutely.
this, I'll get your address. I've got some stuff I'm going to send down your way. As
Absolutely.
Well. Thank you for inviting me on the podcast.
Absolutely, man. And if you want to let like High Steel put that like hydraulic driver to test, aka me put that hydraulic driver to test, let me know. I will test the crap out of it in Florida for you.
I think it's going to be a little too powerful for Florida.
Nah, not at all, man. We have huge roots here. I promised you that.
Well, it's great talking with you, and we'll
Absolutely.
talk more. We'll definitely talk more later on here about that, and see what we can do to help you guys
All
out.
right.
And
Hell yeah,
yeah.
man. I love it. All right, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking some time out of your night to come on the show and talk shop with me. Very much appreciated. And I will be looking forward to hearing from you later on. All right.
Definitely. Hey, we'll talk later on. Thank you.
All right, bud. Thank you, man. All right, guys. Great show tonight with Jamison Speicher from Titan Post Drivers. I don't know why I was about to say Titan Fence Post. That would be a work thing. But Titan Post Drivers, go check out the audio version on Apple, Spotify, all those audio version platforms. There's too many of them to list. But go give it a listen, give it that auto download, and man, I got a great show lined up for you guys next week. Hopefully this rain holds off so that way we can get some actual work done. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your night and a wonderful rest of your week, man. I'll see you guys next week.